Hello, everyone. I know there's like three or four of us in here right now, but this information is good for those who may come in later. If you can hear me, can you please type a one in chat? I didn't do a test stream today, so please do. Secondly, I have a PowerPoint presentation that I put together. Hi, Charlie. I put a PowerPoint presentation together, and some of this information might throw you off just a little bit. It's very interesting. If you kind of take a deeper look into it, just food for thought. Just just food for thought. Just keep that in mind. I did drop a StreamYard link in the chat if you wanted to have a chit chat after the PowerPoint presentation or had any questions that you wanted addressed. So with no further ado, I hope you enjoy the show. Okay. So does anyone have any questions over the PowerPoint presentation? I did drop the StreamYard link over there in the chat. I think it's that way. I'm not for sure. Barefoot, good to see you. Good to see you, babe. I hope everyone got to enjoy that. I did work pretty hard on it. And I'm not great at mixing. I'm not a DJ, so Barefoot can't say anything. He's much better at that than I. It is so good. Let me say hi to everyone. Let me catch up with chat. So I would like to say hi to R&J. Watcher, it's so good to see you. And I won't be on long in case you're going on. Charlie, it's a pleasure having you here. Thank you for coming in. It truly is. And I really am. I'm really going to try to be more present on my channel. I know I've gone through a lot of health issues and I'm just getting to where I'm up and running around and, working on little projects here and there. So forgive me for my lack of or absence thereof. Hold on just one second. G2K says they will need to connect their mic before I can add you to the stream. G2K. Wes Robinson, amazing to see you. Long time no see. Let's see. I hope I didn't forget anyone. Sugar Glider, it's good to see you, baby. Barefoot, it's good to see you. I'm not sure who this one is, but it's good to see you. I think, I'm not sure what language that's in. Welcome up. How can I fix it to where I can see you? There you are. Well, hi, G2K.
Only I have that power.
Hey, where'd you go?
Hi,
Oh, there you are.
Only
Hello.
I have that power. I can let my face be seen or not.
I'm like, what is going on? I haven't used StreamYard in so long that I can't even remember how to use the program. Like so much stuff has changed since the last time I was on.
Yeah, a lot of shit's changed since you've been on.
It has. It has. Hotspot, it's good to see you. I hope I didn't forget anybody. I hope I didn't not forget them, but miss them. I'm scrolling back through chat real quick. In case someone did say hi and didn't stay. Harley Dad came in. Hi, love. He may hop back in later. We'll see. Yeah. I'm a little slow. So what did you think of the presentation? Did you get to see it?
I got to see most of it, yeah. I thought it was good. Very informative. Had a lot of facts, a lot of crucial points in there. Unfortunately, even the numbers we get don't even come close to what the real numbers are. You know what I mean?
No, they're not. So I do have some statistics, and they they're never going to be as accurate as how it really is because not everything is accounted for. And the only things that are
Yep.
accounted for is, cases that have been processed or charges that have
Yep.
been processed. There's numerous accounts of, trafficking, exploitation, etc. that is going on that is not being addressed. So we're
Yeah.
never going to have the true and factual amount of, like the true numbers.
Yeah.
They can get close, but
And
not the
unfortunately,
facts.
and unfortunately, for awareness sake, like the numbers that we do have, they really don't come back close to the actual numbers that are out there. So people really don't get an idea of how bad it really has gone. You know what I mean?
And with that being said, trafficking and exploitation within gangs, it's not just what you think of as in street gangs. And I would like people to expand their minds in that area where
Yeah.
people think of gangs as, you've got your reds, your blues, your blacks, your browns, etc., motorcycle gangs. But it doesn't just stop there.
No.
We have internet gangs.
Yeah. And this day and age, the internet gangs are bigger pieces of crap than gang members. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man.
in,
It really is.
in a lot of cases because they get to have their anonymity. And um, when they get to have their anonymity and they're at a distance that you can't just reach out and touch them or serve them or, get protection from it, it makes it very complicated.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. When they have that power of not being found, really, unless you invest a lot of money or are really smart about the internet, and it's just it makes me sick to my stomach. It
Truly,
really does.
truly. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together another presentation, and that presentation will be on following the digital breadcrumbs. That's going to be on this segment. Ghost walks. Hi there, Inky. Well, hello, Ghost walks. Um, and it's identifying, preserving, and presenting digital evidence and having that evidence work for you in cases that you would like to pursue. So it'll help walk you through a process of preserving and being able to apply what you have in a personal case if you chose to do so.
Yeah, like if you don't have documentation, if you don't have receipts, you're screwed.
Receipts. Yep. Always
And
save your
fortunately,
receipts,
oh yeah,
especially
regardless
it's
of
tax time.
yeah, regardless of how small or insignificant you might think the incident be, every little thing counts. Because trust me, there's been some people out here working the back streets of YouTube that's been collecting a lot of shit for some things, and there's some shit about to go down for some people that they ain't expecting it, and I love it.
Right?
I love it. Like,
Well, we all have to be accountable for our own behaviors and mannerisms and things that we do, whether it's in person or online. And I think a
yep,
lot of people think that because you're behind a screen or a keyboard, that you don't have to be accountable for your behavior, but you do. So,
yeah,
you know,
yep.
it will all come back in the end. Harley, Dad, it's so good to see you. Mwah, baby.
It will definitely
Biscuit
come back in
butt.
the end. Okay, give me 1 minute. I'll be back in just a second. I gotta drop this order off real quick.
No problem. It's so good to see you, Harley Dad. Hot spot. Much love, much love. Biscuit butt. Long time no see. Don't be gay, Harley Dad. No, that's a haughty word. So for those of you out there, always save your receipts. Think of it as, it's tax time, right? So everyone's going to get that ass taxed. Did I say that? Yeah, I said that. I did. Oh, Harley Dad, he said he's only a little light in the loafers for Wes. Interesting. I am doing much better. I'm not 100%, but I'm getting there one day at a time. That's all I can say is it's one day at a time. I'm trying. Okay. Okay. So, okay, back onto the serious note. So, today's stream is, really it was just to get some information out there, information that you may not have thought of before. Um, but we sometimes look at, how do I explain this? Sometimes we look at words and their more common meaning as far as like gangs or like church organizations and stuff. And even some church organizations, I mean, if you go back to some of them that were not so hmm, kosher, you know, you can look at that as, it was that more of a gang and type environment? Um, Not as in like what you would think of gang, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Um, so I would just like everyone to take that little snippet of information. If you have any questions, everyone should know how to get a hold of me. Um, if you would like
Okay.
further knowledge on that topic. Or you can get a hold of him to get a hold of me. So, there's always a way around it. I don't give out any advice via the internet anymore, as I stepped into some really smelly, I needed some really thick boots for that. And I just don't choose to jump into that again. So if you have questions, you are free to contact me on your personal time and on, my business time. Remember, all calls are recorded. If you do choose to call me on my business phone, those calls are recorded. They are not to be used against you, but it's to protect me as a
Well, all
professional.
parties involved. All parties involved. Yeah.
Yeah, all parties involved. So I am excited about following the digital breadcrumbs. That
Me
episode's going to be
too.
really good. And I have a whole
Me.
slew of them, and I've been trying my hardest to be like, and I get scared. I do. And I don't know why, G2K. Like, I get scared to come up here. You know me. I'll be like, yeah, I'm already in bed.
Yeah. I don't get it either. But believe it or not, even though I've done almost 700 live streams, you know what I mean? Like, I
Holy
still
moly.
get, yeah, I still get scared. It's intimidating. You're putting
It
yourself
is.
into a spot. You're putting yourself out there to be vulnerable to anything and everything and everybody and everyone to come at you with whatever they want. It's intimidating, but you pull it off, girl. You really do. You shouldn't be as scared as you are. You know that you got one hell of a support community. Like my wife, myself, Hardy, Dad, we'll always be there when you're. We'll always be there, girl. You know that.
And I appreciate you all very dearly. And thank you for being patient with me. I mean, you guys could have all just been like, screw Winky, we're out of here.
No,
You know,
girl. Like I know might not seem like it to some people, but I know my wife and I know personally what you're doing out there, and it's amazing. What you're doing is literally changing the lives for people. It's literally making a difference in people's lives to become better people, to get out of hurtful and harmful situations. You're doing something fucking amazing, and the people of YouTube need to know what you're doing. I
oh,
mean, it's not my place to tell them, so
so
I'm not going to. But you know what I mean. What you're doing is fucking amazing, and I love you for it. I love you for it, 100%, girl.
so for those who don't know, so I had this dream one day when I came out of an abusive situation, and I had dogs and horses and chickens and ducks and all kinds of cute little farm animals. And when you're in a domestic violence situation, they're law enforcement. They'll be like, "Hey, we could take you to a battered women's shelter, no problem." And you're like, "Well, can I take my dog? Can I take my cat? Can I take my bird? Can I take my horse?" No, you can't.
Okay.
Maybe you're lucky if you get to take your child with you, and that baby doesn't end up, part of the CPS system because the situation that you're coming out of is volatile. So, a lot of people don't understand it. Just yelling and screaming in front of your children is considered domestic violence because it's emotional abuse on the child from having to listen to their parents holler and scream. So, um, when you do get the opportunity to go into like a domestic violence shelter or whatnot, that is not an option to take your pets with you. Now, they do have shelters for um, just the pet, and then they have shelters just for the human. So it had been a really passionate dream of mine to make sure that I was able to provide something like that to other persons that, may have been in a situation like mine where I did have animals, like animals. I didn't have just like one. I had a lot of animals. So, um, I ended up, losing, you know, a dog and actually 2 dogs and, my horses and whatnot. I ended up losing them to a situation because I couldn't take them with me. And his violent behavior ended up, he murderized them. I don't know if I can say that I'm alive them, whatever. I don't even deal with YouTube's bullshit. I've never been flagged. I've never been none of that. So just to
You,
be out front and
you,
honest,
you,
he murderized my dogs, took a gun and shot them. So, I mean, people have to understand that you can't sugarcoat reality. You can't.
there you go.
You just
You
can't.
can, but it's not gonna, but it doesn't do any good. It's not gonna make a difference.
No,
Sugarcoating things don't change things. It makes things
no.
worse. Just like you put sugar on a tooth, you keep putting sugar on a tooth, what's gonna happen? Your teeth are gonna
Oh,
rot
that's
out.
gonna hurt.
Same
It's
it's
gonna
the
hurt.
same concept. It's the same concept.
Mhm.
I'd rather have you punch me in the gut than fucking rot my teeth out. You know what I mean? I don't got any, but you know.
What does sugarcoating a situation cause? It's enabling a bad situation to become worse, right?
Yeah, absolutely, it does.
Oh, Harley Dad just became a new member. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I just got G2K10 memberships. Yes, I did. Because you have a lot of really good information that needs to be put out there. So maybe there's someone, in my neck of the woods or, that could get a hold of it. Like I could share that out. Like you're really also trying to do something. And yes, I do. I have your newest book. It
Thank
needs
you.
to be personally autographed. Yes, it does. But
You
can
know
you tell
where
them
you
what
know
you
where I
do?
live. You know where I live.
Yes, I do. I might have to make a trip.
You might have to make a trip.
Uh-huh. They have these, what did you call them? You said they were, like, natural springs or something?
The hot pools, the hot tubs, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I have
in
to try
lava.
that.
Oh yeah, it's great. I mean, I don't particularly care for it unless it's wintertime because I hate the heat. So you know what I mean. Like the one hot pool we got, it gets up to like 97 degrees or some stuff like that, man.
It gets up to what?
Like 97 degrees, man. Like it got hot.
Holy macaroni.
Fresh
Yep.
spring
It
water
felt like it was 97 degrees here today.
coming out of the mountains. Like it's beautiful. Like you know how beautiful Idaho is. So
I have to admit, you guys, it is beautiful. Beautiful. When I went through there, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, can I stop?" Yeah, gorgeous. Thank you, Harley Dad. Harley Dad gifted 5 memberships. I can't thank you enough. I really can't. And you guys will just kind of just stay on top of me about it, just be like, "Come on, Inky, don't be scared. Come on, let's do like a members live or something." You know, I have lots and lots of information, you guys. My brain is full. I've been mentally working, not just physically working to get my goal done, but mentally working to get my badge. To get my badge, I'm really busting my rear end to make what I want as a dream to come to reality. I want to come to fruition. And I see the progress. It's a little slow, but
anything,
it takes
anything,
time.
anything, anything that's this important anything that's going to be as great as what you're creating is going to
Mm.
take time. Like it doesn't like, I mean, of course we all want these good things to happen right now so we can start helping people and start changing lives today. But it doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, the world does not work like that. All great things take time, and what you're doing is great. So you might as well take your time and do it as great as possible, so people will see what kind of what kind of person you really are. Like I can't express to you how much what you're doing means to me. Like you're, I wish there would have been places like this for some of my aunts to go to. You know what I mean? Like what you're doing,
Mhm.
you're I bow down to you. Makes me feel like I'm not doing anything. Like really, like you're actually doing shit. It's amazing. It's just amazing, dude. And if anybody wants to, and if anybody doesn't want to be supportive of that of you, you can come out, dude. Supportive of you, then fuck them. You know what I mean? Like for real. I mean,
It's
I don't know how else to say it.
it's a lot of it is a lot of planning and, you know, it's not just planning, but it's basically like schoolwork, planning, getting to know your communities, other communities, getting the word out, and, making sure that other um, emergency services know about your services so that you are able to accommodate other people. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it is quite a bit, but it has been very, what is the word I'm looking for? This process is emotionally been fulfilling to me. And there's a word for it, and I'm just tongue tied today,
Humbling.
just
It's
something
been
nervous,
humbling.
but
Like
humbling.
it's been humbling to me, and I'm not even on your journey. Like what you're doing, you're saving. You're legitimately these people that are gonna you're gonna be helping get into these programs and shit. Like they're leaving a life and death situation. You're literally saving lives with what you're doing. I'm not trying to overplay. I can't build up enough how much that means. What that means. Like you're literally saving people's lives. What you're doing.
Yeah, I guess, I
No, not kind of. I
potentially
guess. Damn it.
potentially it could. A lot of domestic violence doesn't get better. It really
No,
truly doesn't.
it don't.
It doesn't magically just stop and all of a sudden everything's hunky dory in the relationship. No, it just gradually escalates.
Until somebody's laying in a casket.
And they say a woman will, on average, leave the relationship up to 10 times, 5, 10 times before she either never goes back or, like you said, ends up in a casket.
And
Um, I
unfortunately, it ends that way a lot.
It does more often than not. I did wanna say, I know Charlie had said earlier in the chat that she may have fallen asleep. I know it's late for her also, and I just wanted to tell her how much I appreciate her for coming in. I try to frequent her chats. There's a handful of people that I go and visit, and a lot of you guys actually go on a lot later than I'm awake anymore. But I do try my best to make it to those shows. So Charlie, thank you. I do appreciate it. I like watching her shows. If you haven't subbed up to her, if someone can drop her link in the chat, if maybe someone can drop, G2Ks, Harley Dads, RJ and Storm WX. So RJ and Storm WX, if you haven't been to his channel yet, um, it's going to be storm chasing, and in my free time, that may be what I'm doing over this spring. So, and maybe a little bit of the summer. It gets me away from, all the other things
The
that I'm doing.
monotony,
So,
the
yeah.
monotony of the negativity that we deal with when we're when the kind of people that we are, the things that we cover, like that's what people don't get. The negativity that comes along with is doing the research into this stuff. It's so hard on a person. It really is. Like and
Uh-oh. I think we lost
oh
him for a second. Oh,
no,
there you
I'm
are.
sorry. People got on my ass because I changed my channel up a little bit. I don't always do negative shit. And it's like, look, what you guys don't understand is some of the stories that I've covered, like I have to take a break. I have to have some positive shit in my life, man. It's absolutely necessary, dude. And if people want to have a problem with what I'm doing, I guess don't watch my channel.
Right, and I like the way that you can have, like, your cool, funny stuff and karaoke, pretty good at karaoke, funny stuff and karaoke and all of that, and I guess I really do need to incorporate other things into my channel. It's just kind of hard because 'cause you're right, it's not depressing, but it is such a serious topic. It's hard to be in a joking manner. Like I'm looking at photographs, I'm looking at cases, and I'm looking at these children with burn marks because that's what their parents did to them, or whatever. And I'm like, I can't really joke around about that stuff. I
Yeah,
can't. There's nothing I find about it funny. It hurts me, and then I want to cry, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, like if you talk about a story about how this father ended up killing his baby, choking her at 6 weeks old because he had oral sex with. If you can do that every single day, more power to you. If you can go through that without it affecting your life, more power to you. But I can't. You can
I
only
can't.
read so much about innocent children getting hurt before it literally starts taking from your own personal well being.
Mhm.
It's inevitable. And if you got, like I said, if you got a problem with what I'm doing, don't watch my channel then. But obviously, there's almost 2,000 people that don't have a problem with what I'm doing. So, you know, it is what it
That
is.
says a lot. And I remember the days when you were like, I just don't know if I should do this anymore. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you need to take a little break, but because
Yeah.
you have something important to get out there. And, you know, G2K, like my first paper when I was doing law was, was changing the three strike rule is very much about like what your whole channel is all about is about changing the law.
Yep.
And I mean, I can't agree with you more. I don't think that um uh, uh how do I say that word? PDF filers. Yeah.
I just call
PDF filers.
them parasites. I just call them
Yeah,
parasites.
okay. Parasites. I don't think they should get an opportunity to have three strikes. I mean, it's they get away with it like almost 200 times before getting caught the first time.
Yeah, like everybody's like, yeah, way to go, Idaho! You guys just passed it, so implement the death penalty for cases. Well, people don't
Yeah,
read between people don't read between the lines, and like you have to have been convicted 2 prior times, and on your third charge before you did death
three
penalty.
strikes.
What's the point? So you're just allowing them to destroy that many more innocent people's lives before you put them to death. There's no rehabilitating a pedophile. There's not. I
Nope.
don't care what anybody
No,
says. There's and
no,
with
I
that
don't
being
think
said,
there is.
what do you do with them? What do you get rid of them? They're useless. They're a blight on society. They ruin people's lives. Not everybody comes out of being sexually abused like I did. You know what I mean? Like, and it's taken me 35 years to get to where I'm at.
There's a gentleman that I know pretty well. I've known him for about 30 years. And it took him till about he was like 28 and he finally came out and, explained that he was abused at the age of 9. And I'm like, "Wow, it took you that long?" He's like, "Yeah." He didn't know how to address it. He didn't know how to tell anybody about it.
Yeah.
And men are raised to be strong and not to discuss it. Um,
Quiet. Toughen up. Sticking
y
that upper lip
yeah,
up. Way. Bury
and
it down
ha
inside.
and it
Yeah.
happens more than we think, and we think, "Oh, it's just girls." No,
Mhm.
it happens to boys too. Oh my gosh, that's Tupac in the background. That's my favorite dude. Um,
Oh yeah. Well, I'm a Tupac freak. I
but
love
I
having
mean,
I love having him looking over my shoulder.
right? He's watching out for you. But it's just
Absolutely.
unreal the occurrences in the male gender, how many there are.
Yeah.
There's
Like
quite a
I know.
few gentlemen that I know that have been physically assaulted in that
Yeah.
manner that and they carry those wounds. I
Yeah,
think I think men carry them harder than women do, to be honest.
I think so too. And I hate to say, I really do. I hate to say it because we all handle our abuse differently. But for me, see, I was sexually abused by a male and two females. You know, the two females only
Mm.
happened it only happened one time apiece. But for me, the females, it fucking sounds stupid what I'm about to say, but it seems more natural for me to be sexually abused by a female than it was the male. Like I'm not homosexual. I have, you know what I mean? And for a male to violate me it's
It's very unnatural.
for me, yeah, for me. And I'm not trying to get up piss down anybody's backs or anything, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to offend anybody, but that's just it's way harsher for a man to be violated by a man. And just like I would imagine it's a lot worse for a woman to be violated by a woman. You know what I mean? Like at least the male female and female male thing is it seems more, you know what I mean? Even though it's
Uh-huh.
not natural, but it's just harsh, dude. Like I was afraid to tell people, you know what I mean, at first because I didn't want them to think that I was homosexual,
Right. Right.
so
Harley, Dad, I just saw you in the back. Can you just turn on your camera so I know it's you for sure? And then you can turn it back off if you like. I want to say thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I
here you
wanted to say thank you to Harley Dad for the $5 that says, "We miss you, Inky, and we love you, and we'll be here no matter how long it takes. We got your back." Little heart
go.
face, heart face, heart face, heart face, heart face.
But I do got to get going. I am debuting my Willis karaoke tonight. So
Woohoo!
started 8 minutes
Can you
ago and
make
I'm late.
can you make sure you drop your link or you know what? I will can you drop your link in chat?
Yep, I will. I'll bounce out of here and then I'll come back and
And then, I wonder if there's a way that we can send everybody over there. I'm not going to be on long. I just wanted to, touch base with everybody and tell everybody I love and miss them and, get some information out there.
absolutely. Like the one thing that everybody can do is create awareness, and people just don't, and I don't understand it. Like if you want something to change, go change it. Put the information out there, get a following. People will help you regardless of what you're trying to do, and especially when it comes to kids and abuse and just domestic. When it comes to these kind of topics, people are so willing to help, and it's crazy. But people are scared to ask for help, and like this is the greatest thing I've ever done in my life was start this YouTube stuff and started doing what I'm doing. I never in a million years thought it would get me to where it's at right now. Like I know 2,000 subscribers, close to 2,000 subscribers. It's not all that much when you compare them to other channels, but I got the greatest community on YouTube, and I stand by that. I don't care what anybody says. Like we support each other. We help each other when we need it. We're there for each other no matter what, and I love it, man. I really do, and I love all you guys that come to my shows, my live streams, and have fun and talk about the serious stuff, and like I just love the support, man.
You're amazing. You have a great heart. Make sure you give Sugar Glider kisses for me.
I will do. I will do.
Thank you
But
so much.
I'm getting out of here.
Okay, love.
Mwah! Love you, Pinky.
Mwah. I love you too. You behave. Let
Always,
me read.
my wife won't let
Let
me
me.
get out of it.
Okay, so let me copy this. Oops, oopsie. Let me copy this. Copy link. And if you guys haven't purchased G2K's book, I'm posting the link in the chat. It's on Amazon. It's not a private link. It's from Amazon. So, yes, break the silence. Oh my goodness. You guys have got to check it out and go check out G2K.
I appreciate it.
Much love. Mwah. So, chin up. Racing Stars, it's good to see you. Gemini guy, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in like freaking forever. Forever. Where the heck have you been? Ghost Walks says, "You are allowed to have fun, Inky. Feel free to let loose when you're ready." I'm trying. It's kind of hard sometimes. I always feel so uptight and I always feel like I got to get things done, get things done. But if I don't, then I might start slipping and not get things done. But I do appreciate every single one of you for coming in this evening. I will do my best on um, being more present on the channel. And I'll even, like, I've just been working 2 jobs, keeping busy, making money, living life. It's the greatest. It is. You got to appreciate life. Um, I am going to let that presentation run for those who missed it in the beginning. So then you get to catch it on the way out. I love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. And don't forget to go by G2K's. He's doing karaoke tonight. So I love